Alrighty. Checking my favorites files. What's this? Fuck no! Oh, hello guys. Let me turn this around. My name is Naruto, and there was a time where I used to be a fan of Death Battle. Unfortunately, that has changed. Actually, maybe for the better. Well, anyways, the story actually starts back before Death Battle even existed. Just picture a younger Zurduku in middle school staring at a blank piece of paper on his at his desk at school, and one of the things that occurred to him in his mind was, it would be really cool is if your favorite fictional characters fought each other in battles. Now, the original concept wasn't necessarily battles to the death, but it was in there somewhere. It was in my head somewhere that it wouldn't be so bad. But however, later on in high school, I was listening to a lot of music on YouTube, and I also watch Let's Plays. Those are the things I like to do on YouTube. I'm kind of a YouTube fan for those kinds of things, although I'm very picky on what videos I watch. When I was looking down on those videos that appear right next to the video you're watching, kind of like right now as you're probably watching YouTube videos, there's probably a bunch of different other videos that you can click on to go to someplace else. Well, I was looking down that, and I saw Dr. Eggman and some older guy. I thought it was somebody on YouTube talking about the difference between, Dr. Eggman from now to, Dr. Eggman in the past or whatever, and, comparing the two, because for me that's not completely interesting, so I kind of disregarded it as this thing. Yeah. But later on, I kept seeing it over and over again, listening to music and different things. I kept seeing it on the screen, so I was like, I'll give it a chance. And when I watched it, I was like, this is fucking awesome! The research, the animation of the battles is so fucking cool. And I actually enjoyed Death Battle for a while. I actually watched the entire season of Season 1 of that time, and I was blown away from the research and some of the animation, although some of the older animation was actually kind of terrible. But hey, they were getting better. And I even watched Risk Restar had his reactions to Death Battle, and they were pretty good. And actually later on, he suggested a Gaara versus Toph. Now, I was actually one of the people who suggested Naruto versus Aang, even though Naruto would totally kick Aang's ass. But I really wanted to see the battle just because it would be cool to see, because I actually liked both cartoons. One is more of a Japanese anime. We're not going to get into the technical stuff. Forget about it. And I said, okay, this could be a start, a step forward into what I would like to see. But when the video actually came out, that's when the shit hit the fan. And where it started to piss me off. Well, starting with the calmest thing about it was when I first watched it, I didn't know what to think. I just felt kind of lost, like something's missing, something's not right with the video. It took me a little bit to think about it until I realized that in their research there was one thing that could have defeated Toph, and that was the whole thing of Gaara able to put sand into people's bodies and to control them as a puppet or crush their insides with sand. Um, but later on, I also watched other people who actually read the manga and not only watched the TV show, but I've also read the manga. Keep in mind, I don't read manga only because that I can't read very good. Like I always say on my channel, my reading is terrible. So I usually just watch, the TV shows. And honestly, I enjoy Naruto. And I also enjoy Aang too, so I have very big respect. And for them to actually trash these characters the way they did, actually really brought my blood to a boiling point, a really pissed off point. Okay, let's get started with this. Well, first off, one thing that I found out is that Gaara's sand, or living sand alone, not just the regular sand, has a different speed thing, but Gaara's living sand can move at the speed of light. Now, I don't care what you say, but there's no information that says that Toph can counter that. And not only that, she's not wearing armor, so she would probably get killed really quickly from that. And also, she survived what's called the sand burial, I believe sand burial. Now, yeah, she may have been wearing steel armor and stuff, but in Toph's world, where, Last Airbender and all that, it's just steel. But you got people in Gaara's world that has chakra protection that is actually more durable than steel, so yeah, Toph should have been dead from that. But however, we're not going to count the animation necessary because they always say during the death battle videos, it's not what happens in the fight that is, determines the outcome, but it is the research that determines the outcome. So let's focus on that. Anyways, their research was very sloppy on that death battle. Very sloppy. I mean, they barely researched Gaara at all. It's almost as if they didn't really have any time. Well, if you don't have time, don't even do it, dumbasses. And also another thing, they seem to upplay Toph over Gaara. Now, yes, Toph would be able to bend some of the regular sand, perhaps, from Gaara, but not Gaara's living sand. You know why? Well, here's some interesting information I discovered. Is that Gaara's living sand can defend and attack without command, actually. It's like a total separate character. And yes, Toph can try to bend it because it is sand, but however, the sand will know right away that it's being used against Gaara, so it would try to resist being bent, and even if it can't resist it, it will try to attack Toph while she's trying to bend the sand. So either way, she would lose in that situation, but Toph wins in the death battle. And all the rest of the information, you should really take a look at his name called Thunder King. You should take a look at his video. I don't have a link to his description, so just type in Thunder King's review of Gaara versus Toph into the search thing, and you can find it. Because he gives more information than I am right now. And another thing, so that actually makes me mad, actually, because I can't believe they screwed that up. I mean, it's terrible. I mean, come on, Death Battle, what is wrong with you? Anyways, another Death Battle they kind of screwed up was Kirby versus Majin Buu. At first I thought that, it was a stomp for Buu, but then I realized, I didn't know that Kirby had all these abilities, so yeah, Buu is going to lose. But however, even though that, Kirby still wins, they still mess up the frickin' research at the end of the video, saying that Majin Buu has never fought characters that go at the speed of light. Well, earlier in Goku versus Superman, they say that Goku goes two times the speed of light. What the hell, Death Battle? I mean, seriously, what the fuck is wrong with you? And yeah, it's just terrible. So yeah, they messed that up. But however, even though they messed it up, Kirby would still win. Now you're probably wondering why I'm not mentioning anything. I just mentioned Goku versus Superman, but not talking about that death battle because people say that's wrong. Well, guess what? That was actually part of Series 1 where I would have to say that that particular death battle was 100% correct. Everything about that is correct. And they actually did a lot more extensive research than they did on most death battles. What I really wish they would do with others, I don't care if they have a time constraint, but it should, because it's fan service, not necessarily fan service, but it's like, it's for the fans of these, shows, getting games and stuff like that. It's not necessarily a job where you have a due date. It shouldn't be like that. And let's see, is there anything else to talk about? Well, I have not been watching any of the recent death battles. I got as far as Naruto versus Ichigo. Oh, jeez. Yeah, let's talk about that one. Oh. Alright, the battle itself isn't bad. It was the suggestion of the battle, basically, because on the internet, including myself, I'm not the only one to suggest a Naruto versus Aang. Matter of fact, there's a lot more fans, especially Death Battle fans, that wanted to see a Naruto versus Aang. And I think they would have wanted to see that first before Ichigo. But guess what? Wiz and Boomstick and Screw Attack just have to be fucking assholes! And put Naruto and Ichigo versus Ichigo first. Because they're complete assholes. I really, really hate that. I mean, the battle itself and the research I don't think is bad, but come to think about it, I didn't actually watch that much Bleach as I do Naruto, so I'm not entirely sure if they got it right or wrong. You guys can leave something in the comments to let me know. But just trying not to get all completely pissed off about this. About, the death battle itself. But however, switching back to what I was talking about before, if you remember in the beginning of this video, I was talking about when I was younger, I actually came up with the idea of characters from different universes, similar to what Death Battle was doing. That's actually kind of why I got into it, because it was somewhat my idea. I just didn't do anything about it. And later on, as I thought about the concept, I didn't have a title until recently. I came up with a title, and it's called Crossover Battles. If you guys want to, you can leave in the comments of me showing ideas. But keep in mind, I don't have an actual big YouTube company like Screw Attack or something, to have a bunch of crew members do research. Although if I did, one of the people I would definitely have doing research for me is Tunicat. Somebody who used to work for Death Battle, but he wasn't being paid, so I think he quit. I don't know. I think Tunicat should leave a comment to actually explain. I am going to put this on the October Games Discord thing, after this video is done, then he could probably explain himself on the comment section of this video. And, let's see, anything else? Anything else to talk about? There's some death battles that I don't think were done right, at least I don't think so. Actually, one of the ones that kind of bothered me, but I don't have any clarification, because I don't play much Halo, is Doomguy versus Master Chief, which is an early death battle, very early one. that one doesn't seem right to me. Maybe it's because I like Doom more than Halo, but I don't know. I feel like Doom Guy's weapons were much more destructive than Master Chief weapons, but. Mm. And I think one of the things that they said was that Doom Guy's weapons are not, they don't shoot very far. Well, that's actually not true. When I got Doom 3 BFG edition, where you have even the older Doom games you get to play, and I found out in the older ones, which is the ones they researched, is that a lot of Doom Guy's weapons can shoot from afar, like the plasma gun, and I think the minigun can shoot from a certain distance. Definitely, I'm surprised the shotgun can shoot for almost an infinite distance as long as nothing gets in the way. Well, maybe not an infinite distance, but it does shoot pretty far, which I am surprised about that. But however, I don't know enough from Halo to actually give a definitive thing about that. Like I said, if I had like a bunch of crew members doing research and me doing research, I could probably give you answers. And actually, that's what I really wish I was. I wish I was in the position of Death Battle. I wish I had like a big company and all that. Because I'm a big fan of a lot of, entertainment, such as video games and movies. So I would love to actually do, crossovers where they're fighting each other. So, but however, that's not to be, I guess. But anyways, hopefully this video was... you can actually see my face better. I did actually do this before. Last video, I was actually shouting and actually getting angry, which is actually would have been a lot better. But the problem is you couldn't see my face, so hopefully this is better. Anyways, Zurdoku out. And please leave a comment and subscribe and all that. Thank you. Have a nice day.